Alright, so before we get these dailies knocked out today, I want to just make sure and announce that if for those of you playing Monster Super League, make sure you're still you're signed into either Facebook or Google Play, or if you're on iOS, this would be Apple Play or whatever. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but just make sure that you've done that and linked your account, just so that you do not lose your progress on Monster Super League, because that would suck in 2 days to log into the game and you're playing a fresh account because you didn't link your stuff for the transfer. So just make sure you guys have this knocked out. And then again, just to kind of announce this is off their Facebook page. Server maintenance together with with the service transfer was scheduled to take place on September 7th, but an issue related to the App Store account changes not being reflected immediately arose. So they like to inform us that it'll be on September 9th, Thursday. Maintenance looks like it's going to go for about 6 hours, and that's they usually go for about a couple. I don't remember how long, but again, so service the maintenance will be on the 9th, so that'll be Thursday, and then it'll go for about 6 hours according to them. Now that can take longer or shorter. It's really up to whether or not things go smoothly. So again, just as a reminder, link your data, and maintenance is now going to be on Thursday. Now, with that said, hopefully we get the announcement and everything else that talks about the anniversary event that's going to go on and things like that. So with that all out of the way, let's get in here and get these done. I did not get to farm at all today, so we are starting fresh right off the bat with nothing actually done. So we will get these going, and as you guys have seen, I'm actually only doing... Wow, we got that maxed off that, huh? Well, cool. That just makes us move on to the next gem. And again, if you haven't seen, they broke the dailies. You can literally do 1 time instead of the 3, etc., etc. So you've probably seen that out there while you've been doing your dailies, but just to save, I guess, the couple of resources and the gold. Just remember, you don't have to do the full 5 feeds and then the 3 gem upgrades. So, well, taking a look over here, so we are at 1109. Our target is 1350, so we only have 200 and what is that? 246 more to go farm, and then we can hit one of these. I'm probably going to hit Star Sanctuary next, just because, again, I want these 2 areas a little dull on color for me, so they're more drab. Doesn't mean I don't like them, but they're just they are one of those that are not my favorite places to farm in the world. They're not hard by any means. Glacial Plains is definitely harder to quote-unquote farm on extreme than Star Sanctuary, but it's just Star Sanctuary is so bland to have up and running. But again, too, the Astromon we have for the Capture Festival, again, I'm going to be passing up on this one. Pip has a couple of interesting Astromon. There's a couple of them that can be built to kind of fill slots for both resistance down. So Pip, was it Fire? I don't remember. We can look at it here at the end, but Pip has a guaranteed resist down on their attack. So that Astromon's actually pretty high on that if you're looking for something to be able to help do resistances. I think it was a defender as well on that. So the only issue with some of these Capture Festival Astromon 2 is, again, some of them are okay, but some of them also don't for your team necessarily. You might have something that's just better, and that's kind of unfortunate. But so the first one would be the resist down, though. That has a place to be able to help put things like sap or defense down on something. It's not a passive resistance down like Hanahime gives now with all her variants, but it at least gives something for that. So I think that was Fire Pip, and I think Wood Pip was the other one that might be a okay Astromon to go to. Otherwise, for most of the festival, like I say before with a lot of them, the Light and the Darks are pretty okay, and I've already collected those for myself, and we're just gonna do the gold dungeon because we can. But the other ones, some of the other colors, you know, I think water was another one you could technically, I would just, if you're going to go out just to capture on the capture festival to get stuff for the done for the Astro Guide, water wouldn't be one that I think you keep around. Again, I always keep light and dark, but wood and fire I think had potentials in certain team situations that they could do well in as long as they are gemmed. But yeah, so, but again, for myself, I already have Pip done, and I'm actually about to hit a feat for myself. I don't think I've ever gotten over 700. I think when I hit 600 Astro chips saved up, that was a feat for me, but having 700 of these Capture Festival chips, and I know for some of the older players out there who are going to be like, yeah, I have probably over 1,000, Leon, and it's like, yeah, you probably do. I could believe it at this point. Because again, that's something... somebody had said it too in a comment on the Facebook page. They were like, you know, could we please get Seiren or Van Helsing in a rotation for a Rebirth Festival? And I was like, amen. That is 100% something I want changed in Monster Super League, right? Again, they want critical feedback. I'm giving it here. You want a little bit more, you know, again, players, you know, doing like Rebirth Festivals, or you want more interaction or something like that, right? We need different rotations. We need more Astromon on, especially the 3 stars, and how many 3 stars could be on the rotation, right? And I think making the Rebirth Festival be kind of like the Capture Festival, where it's rotated out, and maybe have some Capture Festival Astromon rotated out of that pool and into the Rebirth Festival, and make the Rebirth Festival 2 times, like literally 15 days each, so they last 2, you know, different times of the month. I don't think it's that hard to add that kind of a rotation to the game. Yes, does it, you know, require more work and maybe more coding, but, you know, to be honest, I don't think anybody out there would disagree with me. While the auto capture feature, right, is nice, it's very mindless. You can go out there and farm for hours now, and yes, you don't have to stop unless you really capture a variant to go get the gems, which still can be very problematic, because you can become complacent, which is kind of the point. They don't necessarily want you to be getting free gems, and they might. I don't know. I'm pulling that one out of my butt. But the point I'm getting at is, instead of that feature, instead of spending the time on that, they could have spent the time coding the like I said, the rotations of the Rebirth Festival and adding Astromon to the Rebirth Festival. And instead of, again, the auto capture feature, we could have actually started to get more variety coming out of the Rebirth Festivals and things like that. So again, I'm all for some of the changes. Changes are good and bad, right? But at the same time, I think there's still a little bit more foundational stuff that, after 5 years in the game, we should be seeing some quality of life changes, like what we just talked about. Because that's also another big thing I've argued. And again, why I'm doing these daily videos. Because again, I know this is not the most entertaining thing. I'm not trying to make necessarily entertaining videos out of the dailies, right? I am just using it as a way to speak my mind, and also I'm trying to create this. I guess, my evidence for why I'm arguing what I'm arguing, right? Is to show the playing of the game casually over a year, and kind of showing you what you can get, what you get out of Monster Super League, so to speak. But again, it's just like I said, the 5 stars too, right? The abysmal rate to summon 5 stars, and then content being added to the game that just dies after you do it once, right? I think Monster Super League could use a breath of fresh air into its systems, letting you actually get more of the stuff on those rotations. Part of me, let's just see if we one-shot her. No, we didn't. We half-shotted that. So that Victoria, by the way, did 27,000 damage to that, and it's only half health, so that has some HP on her. As far as this team's set up, these Fire Miho not super evolved is still scary, but this Cherry can still hurt. Zephyros here, I'm not worried about him, so I'm just gonna go and we will take her down. Let's try, these two are tanks. They're all tanks actually. So let's try and get defense down. There we go. So I'll get rid of Cherry. Out of the two, I don't want attack down, so we're gonna just try and stun. We didn't get it. And we will run over here. Still got the resistance. So we want to try for a shock here. Shock reduces their resistances, so that means we will crit and hit harder. So in that case, obviously it doesn't matter because we have Dark Fenrir. And we're good. Yeah, so we're still out of that. I almost looked at this one and was like, I could do this, and then I saw 2 meta Astramon basically, and then a super evolved light Miho and ascended, just like water. And my brain, I hit that wall like, nah, Leon, that's not a good idea. Don't do that. don't touch that. This one let's do one more on here, and we'll call these good. And then, like I said, I got to get out to farming. I want to get the glacial crystals done, or shards, whatever they're called. And then move on. Out of this team, what do we mess with? Let's see how much damage we do here. Not enough, but to do that. Oh, Fire Persephone. That one's an interesting one. I'm almost more scared of Odin than that. I'm just going to try and stun you. Alright, well, we got the stun. We didn't get the shock, so that's fine. And yoink. Seiren can go down with Hanahime. You can go down with Victoria, and yep, we're good. That's how we do it. Alright, let's get these out. And like I said, I'm going to get to farming. What did I get out of here? Nez Pass. We are on this. Well, hold on. We have... Oh, that's a 6-star. Did I... Wait a minute. Hold. I did. Good. Let's ascend Loki here. Because Loki is on the Super Evolution queue, so we might as well get him done. I will also go level him out. That's kind of what I'm doing, because I got some XP bonuses that we need to be using. So, get our 100 gems for that. It's always nice. Grab these dailies and look at the weekly. Got all those, so we are good to go there. And grab our free 5 Super Evolution Stones and move on. So, alright, if you made it this far, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you all in tomorrow's dailies. Happy hunting.